Welcome to Canal Days video series where history comes to life for everyone. Today's episode we explore the Central Churchill Historic District in Holyoke, Massachusetts. I'm Terry, your host, alongside my co-host and your personal tour guide, Robert Camus, founder of the Historic Tours of Greater Holyoke, as we lead you on captivating journeys through the Connecticut River Valley's historic sites and landmarks. Perfect for families, educators, history enthusiasts, and tourists alike. Step back in time as we uncover the stories that shaped the iconic state of Massachusetts and the pivotal stepping stones for America today. Visit HolyokeCanalTour.org for our podcast and video series, Robert's tour schedule, and to book your private tours. Explore in-depth information about the historic locations we visit and plan your experience firsthand.
Okay, let's go walk a portion of this new historic district. The Churchill neighborhood is a rather large one. It was formed in the 1870s when this church was built. It's an offshoot church from St. Jerome's called the Sacred Heart Church. Its auditorium is to the side. Used to be a school right on this lawn here. To the front right of it is the rectory. And let's get a better look at it. The rectory is right here. Very gorgeous building. And the church in the background is Irish denominational church. It's the largest peak point of any place in Holyoke above the sidewalk. And you can see, well, maybe you can't, but the windows have been taken out and they're trying to rehab the building. This whole district has been put onto a new historic district called Central Churchill Historic District. It's the 15th such entry in Holyoke's history. Across the street is another part of it called La France Block. And it's over approximately 2.5 different city blocks between Franklin, Sargent, Maple, and Chestnut Streets. And it includes another block out to High Street and then another half block up towards the German Lutheran Church. So down in this section of Maple Street, it includes about 1.5 blocks worth of this residential neighborhood because it all came around the same time. And that made it such that it grew up together. A lot of items looked the same. Now the convent was back here in this area here, and that makes the city block. Now the German Lutheran Church, 1 block up, is still there. There used to be a Chestnut Street School. This was a South Chestnut Street School. That is gone. And then the rest are beautiful tenement homes. There's a lot of them. And all right, so we're starting now. Turned off of Franklin Street onto Chestnut Street, and we're getting a good view of the auditorium made for the Sacred Heart. Inside of here you have social functions. You also have athletic functions and gymnastic. Remember, this is both a school and a church campus. And around it grew up a lot of tenement homes. The prototype might have been the La France one, but there are many others. So at this corner of Sargent Street and Chestnut, you have right across from this a tenement house. Now we're turning right instead of left to get to the other segment. But also, back there is the Lutheran Church, so we're going to go back there. So this is like a sub-neighborhood historic district. Just came into existence and approved full approval. Now we're passing right in front of the church and the rectory. And also on the left side for us is tenement homes. Okay, so there's a lot more buildings over here. These buildings go on to it, especially the nicer ones onto the left side here. On the left side, you have a series of tenement homes and functional buildings for businesses. Churchill Hall is on the left in the blonde brick. Now we're turning onto Sargent Street, and on Sargent Street you have a lot more tenement homes and homes. Alright, so right at this corner of Sargent and Maple, you got another beautiful tenement homes with side porches coming out. And right here at this corner, there used to be this South Chestnut Street School, and then more tenement homes, especially on the left-hand side, one with blonde brick. Now, coming up finally on our right is the German Reformed Church, a Calvinistic church, and it's quite nice looking. All right, so this is the German Reformed Church. Very well made, still occupied by religious institutions. Nice slate steeple. And you can see it's made in the Gothic style and still fits into its neighborhood very well. And this is another one of the big apartment complexes. This is gorgeous. So this is quite the gorgeous area for you. And I'm glad they were able to make it into a historic district, the Central Churchill Historic District.